And welcome to this streaming of Palmyra Madison Athletics. Today, the girls volleyball team will be taking on the Geneva Panthers. Palmat comes into this game with a record of 1-8, and Geneva comes into this game with a record of 4-1. Palmat will try and get their first home win in the season, as Geneva will try and bump up to 100. The players take the court. Starting for the Red Raiders, number 4, Sadie Steins. Number 5, Lucy Shatters. Number 6, Isabella Jump. Number 8, Erica Mitchell. Number 9, Ella Upchurch. Number 12, Jenna Bush. And for the Geneva Panthers, number 3, Alyssa Zugic. Number 11, Marissa Kwan. Number 6, Rachel Kors. Oh, actually, checking in is number 12, Anna Candidori. Number 2, Shaylee Davis. Number 10, Karen Price. And number 14, Sophie Constantino. Zugic to serve. And she aces it. 1-0 Red Raiders. Zugic to serve again. Palmack plays it out of bounds. Panthers point, 2-0. Zugic serves it. Palmack plays it over the net. Played by Geneva, set, and tipped over. Palmack does a great job of keeping it alive. Out of bounds, Palmack point. Substitution for the Red Raiders. Checking in, number 13, Kelly Sanson, and number 3, Kenzie Miller. Checking out, number 4, Sadie Steins, and number 12, Jen Alice. Kenzie Miller to serve. Played by the Panthers. Hit over. Erica Mitchell bumps it. Upchurch bumps it. Played over. Played by Candori. Spiked by Davis. Out of bounds, Palmack ball. Great spike by Davis. Three to 1, Geneva. Karen Price to serve. Thank you all for tuning in today. Spiked at the net. That'll be a Palmack point. Checking in for the Red Raiders, number 11, Michelle McDonald. Checking out, number 5, Lucy Shatters. Upchurch to serve. Played out of bounds. Sophie Constantino to serve. And missed. That'll be an ace for the Panthers. Constantino to serve again. Played by Miller. That is hit out of play. Panthers point. 6-2 in our first set today. Cosentino to serve. Played by Upchurch. Bump by Jump. Hit over by Upchurch. Played by the Panthers. Hit over by Coors, but she hits the net. That'll be a Palmac point. Checking in for the Red Raiders, number 10, Kristen Fong. Checking out, number 6, Isabella Jump. Fong to serve for the Red Raiders. Good serve by Fong. Spiked. Hits the ceiling. Red Raiders do a good job playing it. Upchurch hits it over. Spiked by Coors. Fong sets it. Oh. That'll be a point for the Panthers. Serving for the Panthers, Shaylee Davis. Played by Miller, out of bounds, Geneva point. Davis to serve again. Played by Miller. Upchurch hits it over. That's played by Davis. And spiked by... I don't have a 13 on my roster. Timeout called. Panthers off to a 9-3 start in the first set of this game. Shaylee Davis to serve for the Geneva Panthers. Upchurch with a diving play, but all for nothing as she hits it out of bounds. That'll be a Geneva point. Davis on a tear here. She's going to serve again. Out of bounds, Palmac point. That was a close one. Oh, and they reward it to Geneva. Very accurate serve from Davis. Upchurch plays it. Mitchell saves it. Miller hits it, not far enough. That'll be a point for Geneva. Played by Mitchell. Spiked into the net by Natalie Dunham. Checking out for the Panthers, Shaylee Davis. Checking in, number 8, Isabella Bonaventure. Checking in for the Red Raiders, number 4, Sadie Steins. Checking out, number 3, Kenzie Miller. Serving for the Red Raiders, number 12, Jenna Ellis. Played well. Spiked by Coors. That'll be a Geneva point. Great spike by Coors. Rachel Kors will serve for the Panthers. Bumped by Steins. That'll land. Geneva point. Geneva on a big run here in our first set. Serve from Kors. Steins. Fong hits it over just barely. Played by the Panthers. Hit over by number 3, Alyssa Zujek, and that'll be a point for the Panthers. Kors to serve. And that's just over the line. That'll be a Palmac point. 15-5 here in our first set. Panthers up. Michelle McDonald to serve. Good serve. Hit over by number 10, Karen Price. Fong plays it well, but it's spiked. Fong plays it again. Mitchell whiffs on it. That'll be a Geneva point. Number 12, Anna Canadori to serve. And she hits the net. That'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Checking in for the Red Raiders, number 6, Isabella Jump. Checking out, number 10, Kristen Fong. Erica Mitchell to serve for the Red Raiders. Hit over from Geneva. Steins bumps it. Mitchell bumps it. Upchurch hits it over. Diving play from the Panthers. Spiked by number 10, Karen Price. That'll be a point for the Panthers. Serving for the Panthers, number 3, Alyssa Zujic. Checking in for the Panthers, number 2, Shaylee Davis. Checking out, number 8, Isabella Bonaventure. Played by Ellis. Hit over by Mitchell. Played by the Panthers. Spiked by Price. Good play from Upchurch, but it's all for nothing, as that'll be a Geneva point. I'd like to thank my production team. Geneva can't hit it over. That'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Checking in for the Red Raiders, number 13, Kelly Sanson. Checking out, number 12, Jenna Ellis. Mackenzie Miller to serve for the Red Raiders. Played by the Panthers. Zugic hits it over. Spiked by Shatters, and Palmac gets a point from it. Miller to serve. And she whiffs on it. That'll be a point for the Panthers. Serving for the Panthers, number 10, Karen Price. Played well, missed by Sanson. That'll be a Geneva point. I'd like to thank my production crew, Jairdan Whitney, our technical director, and Rocco Ross, our producer. Served by Price. Played by Sanson. Upchurch bumps it, and no one can get there. That'll be Geneva point. Price to serve again. Great serve, played by Upchurch. Mitchell hits it over. Hit back over by the Panthers. Hit over by Mitchell. Great spike from jump. Checking in for the Red Raiders, number 11, Michelle McDonald. Checking out, number 5, Lucy Shatters. Upchurch to serve. Great serve from Upchurch, as that'll be a Palmac point. Upchurch to serve again. Served out of bounds from Upchurch. That'll be a Geneva point. Sophia Constantino to serve. Played by Miller. Spiked by jump. Saved by Cosentino, and that'll be a Geneva point. Cosentino to serve. Played by Miller. Casson saves it. Upchurch attempts to save it, but that'll be a point for the Panthers. Panthers need one more to win this set. Cosentino to serve. And she spikes it at the net. That'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Jump to serve. Played by the Panthers. Spiked by Dunham, blocked by McDonald, but that'll still be a Geneva point as they win this set. Geneva went on a big run there towards the middle of the set, and that's what allowed them to take a big lead, and take this set. So now they'll switch sides. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in tonight for this girls varsity volleyball game versus the Geneva Panthers. As we'll take our intermission here. Shaylee Davis with a great first set, as she was the server for a lot of their points, and a lot of them were aces. So she's credit for a lot of their points here in the first set. Palmac coming into this game, having not winning a game at home yet this season, they'll try and take their first one. As Geneva comes into this game with a record of 4-4-1, they'll try and bump up to 500. To above 500, I'm sorry. .30 seconds left in this intermission as Geneva holds a 1-0 lead. Taking the court for the Panthers will be number 12, Anna Canadori. Number 8, Isabella Bonaventure. Number 6, Rachel Kors. Number 10, Karen Price. Number 3, Alyssa Zujic. And number 14, Sophia Constantino. And for the Red Raiders, number 9, Ella Upchurch. Number 8, Eric Mitchell. Number 12, Jenna Ellis. Number 4, Sadie Steins. Number 5, Lucy Shatters. And number 6, Isabel Jump. Erica Mitchell will serve for the Red Raiders. Good serve. That's out of bounds. Geneva point. It was just out of bounds. That was a close one there. Zujic to serve for the Red Raiders. Checking in for the Panthers, Shaylee Davis. Checking out, number 8, Isabella Bonaventure. Zujic to serve. Alice with the bump. Played over by Mitchell. Missed spike from number 10, Karen Price. As Pelmack will get the point for that one. Checking in for the Red Raiders, number 3, Kenzie Miller. Checking out, number 12, Jenna Ellis. Sadie Steins to serve for the Red Raiders. Steins with a good serve. Played by Kendori. Spiked by Price. She hits the net, and that'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Steins to serve again. Played by Kendori. Cosentino hits it over. Set for Mitchell. Spiked by Miller. That's a perfectly placed spike for the Red Raiders as they'll take the lead here, 3-1. Steins to serve. And that'll be just over. That'll be a point for the Panthers. Price to serve. Played by Miller. Miller hits it over. Played by the Panthers. Spiked by Cosentino, but that'll be out of bounds. That'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Raiders hold a 4-2 lead here. In the second set as Geneva leads 1-0. Upchurch to serve. That'll be out of bounds. Point for the Panthers. Checking in for the Panthers, number 11, Natalie Dunham. Checking out, number 12, Anna Candori. Cosentino to serve. And she gets all net, as that'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Checking in for the Panthers, number 12, Anna Candori. Checking out, number 14, Sophie Constantino. Checking in for the Red Raiders, number 2, Julia Newford. Checking out, number 6, Isabella Jump. Newford to serve. And she whiffs on it, as that'll be a point for the Panthers. Checking in for the Panthers, number 8, Isabella Bonaventure. Checking out, number 2, Shayla Davis. Bonaventure will serve. Great serve, perfectly placed as no one can get a hand on it after Miller bumps it. That ties up this set. Bonaventure will serve again. Played by Steins. Spiked by McDonald. And that one spiked by Coors. Played well by the Raiders. Miller hits it over. Spiked by Dunham. Well played from the Raiders, but unable to save it, as that'll be a point for the Panthers. Panthers take their first lead of this set. Bonaventure to serve. Played by Steins. And the Red Raiders have trouble communicating, as that'll be a point for the Panthers. Bonaventure to serve. Played by Upchurch. Upchurch hits it over. As Kandori hits it over, and that'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Checking in for the Red Raiders, number 12, Jenna Ellis. Checking out, number 3, Kenzie Miller. Ellis will serve. Played by the Panthers. Spiked by Coors, but she gets all net, as that'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Alice to serve. Played by Coors. Spiked by Coors, that'll be perfectly placed, and that'll be a point for the Panthers. Course to serve for the Panthers. Played by Upchurch. Stein spikes it over. Point for the Red Raiders. Checking in for the Red Raiders, number 5, Lucy Shatters. Checking out, number 9, Ella Upchurch. McDonald to serve for the Red Raiders. That'll be out of bounds, as the Panthers will get the point for that one. Canondori will serve for the Panthers. Played well by Ellis. Spiked by Shatters. And that will be a point for the Red Raiders, as no one can get a hand on it after someone plays it for the Panthers. Checking in for the Red Raiders, number 6, Isabel Jump. Checking out, number 2, Julie Newfer. Mitchell to serve. Spiked by Price. That will take a good bounce off the net, as the Panthers will get the point for that one. Checking in for the Panthers, number 2, Shaylee Davis. Checking out, number 8, Isabella Bonaventure. Zujic to serve. Played by Alice. Tipped over by the Panthers. Jump whiffs on it, as that will be a point for the Panthers. Thank you all for tuning in to this stream of Girls Varsity Volleyball. I am Dylan Gilmore, joined by my production team, Jairdan, Whitney, and Rocco Ross. As the Panthers will get the point for that one, as Price with a nice spike gives the Panthers a 12-9 lead here in the second set. Zujic, spiked by Shatters, played well by the Panthers, as It's it over by Shaylee Davis. Ellis hits it over. That'll be spiked by Constantino, but she whiffs on it, as that will be a point for the Red Raiders. Checking in for the Red Raiders, number 3, Kenzie Miller. Checking out, number 12, Jenna Ellis. Steins to serve. Spike from Price, but that'll be out of bounds as Palmack takes that point. Steins to serve for the Red Raiders. Karen Price to serve for the Panthers. As that will be played out of bounds by the Red Raiders, Geneva will take that point. Karen Price to serve for the Panthers. Played by Miller. Played by Steins. Upchurch hits it over. That's played by Price. And Davis with the spike. Geneva will take that point. Price to serve. Upchurch plays it, but it goes behind her and no one can get it, as that'll be a point for the Panthers. Price to serve for the Panthers. Played by Upchurch. Jump with the spike, but it's played by the Panthers, but no one can get on it after Zujic sets it up. And that'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Checking in for the Red Raiders, number 11, Michelle McDonald. Checking out, number 5, Lucy Shatters. Spike blocked by McDonald. As that'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Upchurch to serve. Played by Kandori over the net. Spiked by Jump. Zujic hits it over. Diving play from the Red Raiders, and they'll get the point from it. Great play from the Red Raiders. Upchurch to serve. And she'll hit it right over the net. Right out of bounds. That'll be a point for her. Checking in for the Panthers, number 11, Natalie Dunham. Checking out, number 12, Anna Kandori. I'd like to shout out the Palmack student section, highlighted by Carson Del Maro, Jada Montgomery, Landon Dean, and Logan Percy. Spiked by Mitchell. Zujic. Hit over by Dunham and blocked by McDonald. But they'll keep it in play. As Geneva hit it 1-2 many times. And that'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Newford to serve for the Red Raiders. That's spiked by Kandori, but that'll go out of bounds as Palmack takes point with that one. Newford to serve again for the Red Raiders. Spiked by Davis. Oh, but Pelmack can't do anything with this. That'll be a point for the Panthers. Checking in for the Panthers, number 8, Isabella Bonventure. Checking out, number 2, Shaylee Davis. Bonventure to serve for the Panthers. Oh, but after Sadie Steins plays it, no one could get a hand on it. So that'll be another point for the Panthers. Bonventure to serve for the Red Raiders. Steins plays it. Spiked by Mitchell. As Zoo just hits it over. That's blocked by McDonald. So that'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Checking in for the Red Raiders, number 12, Jenna Ellis. Checking out, number 3, Kenzie Miller. Jenna Ellis to serve. Played well by the Panthers. Spike by Coors. That'll be a great spike as the Panthers take a 20-17 lead here in the second set. Coors to serve for the Panthers. Spiked by Steins, but it's blocked. Kandori plays it. Coors hits it over. Played by Upchurch. Mitchell hits it up to Newfer. That'll be a point for the Panthers. I'd like to thank you all for tuning into this game, as Coors will serve it for the Panthers. A little miscommunication there as the Panthers will take that point. Coors is served for the Red Raiders. Is Ella Upchurch can't play that, as that'll be another point for the Geneva Panthers. Timeout called by the Red Raiders. The Panthers hold a 23-17 lead here in the second set of this girls varsity volleyball game. I am Dylan Gilmore, joined by my production team, Jairdan, Whitney, and Rocco Ross. Panthers had a way different start to their game in the first set than the second set, but they still hold a lead in this one, as they hold a 1-0 lead here in the overall game. They'll look to up that to 2-0 here, as they only need 2 more points. Coors will serve for the Panthers. Played by Upchurch. And that's played bad by the Red Raiders, as Panthers only need 1 more point here. Coors to serve. Upchurch plays it to Mitchell. She hits it over. Played by Cannondori. Spiked by Price, as the Panthers will take the second set. Panthers now hold a 2-0 lead here going into the third set. The Panthers hold a 2-0 lead here going into the third set. Palmac has struggled to find any sort of momentum here, as both sets have been a 5+ point differential. Coming out for the Geneva Panthers will be number 2, Shaylee Davis. Number 8, Isabella Bonaventure. Number 3, Alyssa Zujic. Number 11, Natalie Dunham. Number 2, Shaylee Davis. Number 10, Karen Price. And number 14, Sophia Constantino. Coming out for the Red Raiders will be number 5, Lucy Shatters. Number 1, Delia Janto. Number 6, Isabella Jump. Number 12, Jenna Ellis. Number 11, Michelle McDonald. Number 8, Erica Mitchell. And actually, Upchurch will come in for McDonald, as the Panthers will get the first serve here in the third set. So the Panthers hold a 2-0 lead here. Zujic to serve. Played by Upchurch. Spiked into the net by Jump, as that'll be a point for the Panthers. Zujic to serve. Played by Alice. Spiked by Shatters in the perfect spot, as that'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Checking in for the Red Raiders, number 3, Kenzie Miller. And number 4, Sadie Steins. Checking out, number 12, Jenna Ellis. And number 1, Delia Janto. Steins to serve for the Red Raiders. Served by Steins, as no one can get a hand on it there. So that'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Served by Steins, out of bounds. That'll be a point for the Panthers. Served by Price, as that'll be played poorly by the Red Raiders. Geneva will get a point for that. Price to serve into the net, as that'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Upchurch to serve for the Red Raiders. Played out of bounds by the Panthers. That'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Upchurch to serve for the Red Raiders. As that's hit by the net, and the Panthers will get a point. He got it. Cosentino to serve for the Panthers. Played by Upchurch, but no one can get a hand on it after, so it'll be a point for the Panthers. Served by Cosentino, as the Red Raiders can't get it over the net. That'll be a point for the Panthers. Cosentino to serve for the Panthers. Played by Jump. Hit over by Mitchell. Played by the Panthers. Spiked by Bonaventure, but that's played by the Raiders. Hit over by Miller. No one can get it, as that'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Checking in for the Red Raiders, number 10, Kristen Fong. Checking out, number 6, Isabella Jump. Fong to serve. Spiked by Dunham, and that's a perfect spike for the Panthers, as they'll take a 5-7 lead here. Davis to serve for the Panthers. Fong sets it to Mitchell. She gets all net, as that'll be a point for the Panthers. Davis with the serve. As no one could play it after Upchurch hits it, as that'll be a point for the Panthers. Davis to serve. Spiked by Miller. And a poor bump from Dunham, as that'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Checking in for the Red Raiders will be number 12, Jenna Ellis. And checking in for the Panthers will be Rachel Kors. Checking out will be Shaylee Davis. Also checking in for the Red Raiders, number 1, Delia Jonto. And checking out will be number 3, Mackenzie Miller, and number 4, Sadie Steins. Ellis to serve for the Red Raiders. Played by the Panthers. Spiked by Bonaventure as the Raiders play it. Hit over by McDonald. As Cora's can't get around her teammates, that'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Ellis to serve. Spiked by Bonaventure, but the Raiders play it. Spiked by Dunham, but Mitchell with the diving play to save it. And that's hit over by Upchurch. And hit over by Dunham. Spiked by Mitchell. Spiked by Bonaventure. But that'll be a point for the Red Raiders as they hit the net. Ellis to serve for the Red Raiders. Played by Ken Dory. hit over by Bonaventura as Upchurch plays it up. McDonald hits it over. Played by Canadori. Spiked by Dunham, but she gets all net as that'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Little run here by the Red Raiders. Trying to make a comeback as they're down 2-0. Also the serve. Spiked by Bonaventura. Fong will play it over. Canadori. Hit over by Dunham. And the bad pass from the Red Raiders. That'll be a Geneva point. Bonaventura to serve. And that's played poorly by Upchurch. That'll be a point for the Panthers. Bonaventura to serve for the Panthers. Ellis. No one can get a hand on it after she plays it, as that'll be a point for the Panthers. Bonaventura to serve again. Played by Janto, but don't get a hand on it after. I think Janto jammed her finger on that one. So that'll be a point for the Panthers. Bonaventura to serve. Janto to Fong to Upchurch. Played by the Panthers. Spiked by Coors. Spiked right back by McDonald. Great play by Canadori. Over by Price. Fong. Oh, poor communication for the Red Raiders. But they won't be punished for as they get that point. Checking in for the Red Raiders, number 15, Gianna DiNardo. And number 5, Lucy Shatters. DiNardo to serve. And she'll get all that, and that'll be a point for the Panthers. Canadori will serve for the Panthers. Played by DiNardo. Set over by DiNardo. Spiked by Cosentino, and that'll be out of bounds, so that'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Checking in for the Red Raiders will be number 6, Isabella Jump. Checking out will be number 10, Kristen Fong. Mitchell to serve for the Red Raiders. And that's played poorly by the Panthers, as the Red Raiders will get the point for that one. Mitchell to serve. It over by Cosentino. That'll be a point for the Panthers. Zujic to serve for the Panthers. Nardo plays it over. And spiked poorly from number 2, Shaylee Davis. Checking in for the Red Raiders will be number 4, Sadie Steins, and number 3, Kenzie Miller. And checking out will be number 12, Jenna Ellis, and number 1, Delia Janto. Steins to serve for the Red Raiders. Played well by Canadori. And that's spiked by Price, but that'll go out of bounds as the Red Raiders will get that point. Steins to serve for the Red Raiders. And she'll get all net, as that will be a point for the Panthers. Price will serve for the Panthers. Hit over by Shatters. And Constantino will get all net, as that will be a point for the Red Raiders. Checking in for the Red Raiders will be number 11, Michelle McDonald, and number 9, Ella Upchurch. Checking out will be number 5, Lucy Shatters, and number 15, Gianna DiNardo. Upchurch serves it. Spiked by Constantino, but the Red Raiders will play it. Price plays it to Zujic. Zujic to Bonaventure. It's over. Played by Steins. Miller hits it over. Spiked from Davis, but that will go out of bounds. Pelmack ties it up here. Upchurch to serve. And she gets all net, as that will be a point for the Panthers. Checking in for the Panthers will be number 11, Natalie Dunham. Checking out will be number 12, Anna Canandori. Constantino to serve. Played by Upchurch, but no one can get a hand on it, as that will be a point for the Panthers. Constantino to serve. And that'll be out of bounds as the Raiders get a point. Raiders making a push here and a match point for Geneva. As Jump will serve. Checking in for the Red Raiders will be number 10, Kristen Fong. Checking out will be Jump, so Fong will serve. Fong with a high serve, played by Dunham. Spiked by Bonaventure. As no one can play it, as Panthers will get that point. Checking in for the Panthers will be number 6, Rachel Kors. Checking out will be number 2, Shaylee Davis. Fong hits it over. And no one can play it, as that'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Checking in for the Red Raiders will be number 12, Jenna Ellis, and number 1, Delia Jonto. Checking out will be number 3, Mackenzie Miller, and number 4, Sadie Steins. Ellis to serve for the Red Raiders. Played by the Panthers. Spiked by Bonaventure. And that'll be out of bounds, as the Red Raiders will take that point. Ellis to serve for the Red Raiders. Played well by Price. As she'll get all net, as that'll be a point for the Panthers. Wait. Geneva only needs 5 more points to seal the deal here. It's Pelmack trying to stay alive for one more round. Served by the Panthers, played by Jonto. Upchurch spikes it. As The Raiders will get a point for that one. Checking in for the Red Raiders, number 5, Lucy Shatters, and number 15, Gianna DiNardo. Checking out, be Ella Upchurch, and number 11, Michelle McDonald. DiNardo to serve for the Red Raiders. And she gets all net, as that'll be a point for the Panthers. Serving for the Panthers will be number 12, Anna Canadori. Played by DiNardo. Fong. Spiked by Shatters. As Canadori tried for it but couldn't get anything. So that'll be a point for the Red Raiders. Jump, checking in for Fong. Mitchell to serve for the Red Raiders. Spiked by Price. As the Red Raiders try and play it over. Played over by Ellis. And that's spiked by Constantino. But Mitchell will try and save it and it'll go out of bounds. That'll be a point for the Panthers. Checking in for the Panthers, number 2, Shaylee Davis. And checking out will be number 6, Rachel Kors. Zujas to serve for the Red Raiders. Played by Ellis. Spiked by Shatters. Played by the Panthers. Spiked by Price. And that'll be a perfectly placed spike because the Panthers only need 2 more to seal this match up. Timeout called by the Red Raiders. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in to this event. Here's girls varsity volleyball game versus the Geneva Panthers. Zujas to serve for the Panthers. Played by DiNardo. That's a great spike by Shatters as they'll tie this set up. Checking in for the Red Raiders, number 4, Sadie Steins, and number 3, Kenzie Miller. Checking out, number 1, Delia Jonto, and number 12, Jenna Ellis. Steins to serve for the Red Raiders. Played by Canadori. As they'll hit it out of bounds. Tied up 23-23 here in the 3rd set of this girls varsity volleyball game. Timeout called by the Panthers. Geneva trying to seal this game up while Palmax trying to keep it going for one more set as this set is tied 23-23. Steins will serve for the Red Raiders. And Steins will get all net. Geneva needs just one more point here. Price will serve for the Panthers. Played by Bernardo. Spiked by Price. That'll go out of bounds as the Raiders will live to see one more point. Upchurch to serve for the Red Raiders. Spiked by Costantino. Another spike. And the Panthers will go on to win this game. 3-0. Oh, no, I guess not. I guess not. You have to win by 2. Costantino to serve. That'll go out of bounds as Palmac ties it up once again. Checking in for the Red Raiders. Never mind. Jump to serve for the Red Raiders. Played by Costantino. Spiked by McDonald. She'll get all net as that will be a point for the Red Raiders. Davis will serve for the Red Raiders. Actually, no, she'll be checked out and Rachel Kors will check in. Diving play by Upchurch, trying to keep the game alive. Spiked by Dunham, and that'll be the game. As the Panthers take this one and move up to 5-4-1. As the Red Raiders fall to 1-9. I am Dylan Gilmore. Thank you for tuning in with us at Palmac Athletics.